Oh, it just won't stop. It just won't stop. And like, it is the funniest thing in the world.
The WNBA players are going crazy once more, and we all understand why Caitlin Clark is acting in this fashion. Does attracting fans cause arenas to sell out and the WNBA to appear like a sideshow in her weight class?
And now with 22 seconds to go, here's Clark off the screen. The three-pointer is good.
That's going to be what, if they can get back into this game, it's going to be grabbing those boards, getting some second chance opportunities. Clark gets her.
This time, it's for a preseason game versus the Brazilian national team, not a playoff game or a rivalry matchup. And guess what? It's already sold out.
Against Kelsey Mitchell.
Not shooting the three that easily or that comfortably.
Yes, it is correct. The only reason Carver Hawkeye Arena is packed is to watch Caitlin Clark return to the court in an Indiana Fever jersey. The WNBA players are furious because it serves as another reminder that Caitlin Clark is the only reason anyone is interested in the WNBA at the moment. Let's consider this in context. It shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone watching because this isn't a WNBA Finals game or even an official WNBA game. It's a preseason exhibition against a Brazilian squad. And she had them watching college women's basketball as if it were the NBA Finals, and she even got casual fans interested in golf by simply strolling around a golf course. When Caitlin Clark appears at a Celebrity Pro AM event, people who don't even care about golf are suddenly glued to their screens to watch her. If she can make golf interesting to the general public, just think of what would happen when she actually plays. When you put a basketball phenomenon like Caitlin Clark on a court and tell fans, "Hey, she's playing again," fans will undoubtedly go crazy. This whole sold-out crowd situation tells you just how starved fans are to watch Caitlin Clark play. It's been months since they last saw her dominate at Iowa, and now they're so desperate for more Caitlin Clark action that they'll watch her play a Brazilian team in a game with literally zero stakes. Think about it, most of the time fans barely care about WNBA preseason games. Their oak usually empty, but now Carver Hawkeye Arena is bursting at the seams. This is basically just a glorified practice match, and yet Caitlin Clark makes it must-see if you needed more proof that Caitlin Clark isn't just a star, she's the whole show. This is it. And you already know what happens next. WNBA players are about to throw another tantrum. They've been salty since the moment Caitlin Clark and entered the league, complaining about how much attention she gets, how much money she's bringing in, and how she's overshadowing everyone else. And now they have to watch a preseason game sell out just because she's playing.
Media ignore the best regular season a point guard has ever had in the WNBA. I want to show you guys what Caitlin Clark did over a what Caitlin Clark did. I want to get her stats here. Where is the ESPN? I'm going to show you guys game log. What she did over like the 7 or 8 games what she did after the Olympics. Caitlin Clark, post-Olympic break, had the best spell for a point guard in the history of the game. In the history of WNBA.
You can see that jealousy is going to reach new heights. The numbers don't lie. Despite what WNBA players will say on social media about honoring the league, how one player doesn't create the WNBA, and other such rubbish. The best regular season a point guard has ever had in the WNBA was overlooked by the media. I want to show you guys what Caitlin Clark did, and I want to see our stats. Where is the ESPN? I'll show you guys her game log from the 7 or 8 games she played following the Olympics. Following the Olympic break, Caitlin Clark had the finest point guard run in WNBA history.
She has stepped up her game in that opportunity. Caitlin Clark for three, rattles it around for her first deep shot. Tenley working it around here for the Fever. Good ball movement on this possession. Logo shot.
Instead of accepting that some WNBA players will continue to do what they always do, Caitlin Clark is making the league more relevant on her own by making them all seem insignificant. This is only the beginning. Caitlin Clark's decision to sell out Carver Hawkeye Arena for a pointless game is more than simply a flex-it or warning shot. The WNBA players can hate all they want, but the truth is that Caitlin Clark is the league's current leader, and if she can sell out a preseason game, just think of what's coming next. The Caitlin Clark era has begun, and the WNBA better get used to it. The worst part is that these tickets aren't cheap. Every Indiana Fever game will be a spectacle as soon as the season begins, and every road game will have fans crammed to see her. In addition to selling out arenas, Caitlin Clark is also selling out pricey tickets like it's pocket change. Even for a preseason game, fans are willing to spend high cash to be in the same building as Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, another three-pointer!
Three-pointer made. Every field goal made has been three, and Clark gets her first field goal of the...
Consider this. In the past, tickets to the majority of WNBA games were so inexpensive that you could enter for the cost of a fast food meal. Teenagers would actually give away tickets in an attempt to fill seats. When Caitlin Clark enters the scene, fans start paying hundreds or even thousands of dollars to watch her play.
Why?
Because she's a once-in-a-generation athlete with star power comes once in a generation.
Thank you so much.
Great game. Good job.
Fans will stop at nothing to join Caitlin Clark's WNBA movement, which isn't just about basketball anymore. Fans who had never followed the WNBA before are now lining up and paying NBA-level sums to watch her play, and the problem is that it's not just in Indiana. Every WNBA game she attends raises ticket prices because they know Caitlin Clark will draw large crowds. Sales of merchandise Fever jerseys are already selling out everywhere, and TV ratings predict that they will break records the moment Caitlin Clark plays in her first official WNBA game. People are eager to see history because they know that Caitlin Clark is more than just a player. She is a show, a brand, a once-in-a-lifetime talent that you don't just watch on TV. You pay top dollar to see in person, and they'll do it repeatedly. And guess who's furious about this? The same WNBA players have been pleading for years to get people to show interest in their league. Why don't people support women's basketball? We should be paid more. Why don't we have more fans? Well, thanks to Caitlin Clark, the WNBA is suddenly relevant. The fans are flocking, and the money is coming in.
Working on McDonald, who gives it a swipe. Clark, step back, hits a three. Minnesota shooting just 29% here in the first quarter. Clark looking aggressive. Clark launches and hits a three.
The truth hurts, though, and the truth is that fans never gave the WNBA this much attention until Caitlin Clark arrived. It's not just about her basketball skills anymore. Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw in women's sports, period. Instead of being appreciative, they are jealous and angry that she's selling out arenas while they played in half-empty gyms for years.
Howard, she will launch and knock down a three.
You want to get 2 or 3 closeouts each possession, and if you do that, you're probably going to have a team in rotation, and you're probably going to have some mismatches.
Clark, step back.
Before even playing one official game, she's breaking TV records, selling out arenas, making WNBA tickets a hot commodity, and doing it all with ease. This is only the beginning. The Indiana Fever's regular season games are going to be an absolute chaos, with every game being packed and ticket prices skyrocketing. Let's face it, the WNBA has never been anywhere near the NBA. It has always been the little sibling that depends entirely on NBA revenue, NBA marketing, and NBA arenas to stay afloat. However, Caitlin Clark has transformed the NBA into must-watch entertainment, and whether the players like it or not, she is in charge of this league.
Zoom trying to frustrate Clark. Oh, but Clark with 3 more. Just a little bit here. We'll see if the Fever can free her up. Clark off the screen. Clark launches, hits a three.
For the first time ever, preseason games for WNBA teams are selling out like prime time, and for the first time ever, People are genuinely comparing the cost of WNBA tickets to NBA games. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The NBA is still the best basketball league, but every major league has that one superstar who turns it from a niche audience to mainstream popularity. I'm talking about an NBA matchup, and if Caitlin Clark maintains this momentum, the WNBA might actually start closing the gap.